Genghis Khan is one of history's most feared men. His name alone struck terror into the hearts of his enemies. And today, we get to find out why. Hello, and welcome to Life Noggin. As you may have heard before, Genghis Khan was the founder and first great Khan of the Mongol Empire. Under his leadership, the Mongols united and grew from a small nomadic tribe into a massive empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. He also established the title of Khagan as the ruler of all Mongols, although he didn't actually call himself Genghis Khan. The title was bestowed upon him as a war name when he saved his father's life. The name roughly translates to ocean or righteous. But the story behind the name isn't quite what you might expect. When he was just a baby, young Temujin was captured by a rival clan after raiding a caravan. His father, Yesugei, got word of this and set out with another group to rescue Temujin. However, on the way, they were attacked by another clan who had joined forces with the rival clan that had taken Temujin. During the battle, Yesugei was almost killed, but Temujin managed to kill the man who had captured him. In gratitude for saving his father's life, the clan that Yesugei belonged to bestowed the name Genghis Khan upon him. But even though he was incredibly brave and skilled in battle, he wasn't some hotshot who charged into the thick of battle without any strategy. In fact, he was known for being a brilliant military strategist. You know what else he was? A bookworm. Yeah, no joke. Despite having a reputation for burning books that he didn't like, he commissioned the creation of The Secret History of the Mongols, an epic poem that detailed the history of the Mongols from their mythical origins up until his own reign. He was also interested in geography, and during his travels would often send out scouts to map out the lands ahead of his armies so that he could see the lay of the land. Though it wasn't all sunshine and roses for old Genghis. At one point, he fell very ill. Some historians believe he contracted the illness from drinking uncooked mare's milk, which is a drink common to the region and still enjoyed today. Others think he came down with a case of the plague, which would later ravage his empire and wipe out nearly half of all Mongols. Yet despite whatever ailment he had, he survived and went on to conquer most of northern China and all of Mongolia. He also developed a pretty unique style of warfare. Now, if you've ever played the Total War series, then you're probably familiar with the Mongol long game. This refers to the tactic of feigning retreat in order to lure the enemy away from their fortifications and into open terrain where they could be more easily defeated. They also used psychological tactics, such as spreading false rumors about their strength or scaring the population of enemy cities by catapulting the heads of their livestock into the city walls. To put it bluntly, these guys were straight up mean. However, for all his skill and strategy, he wasn't immortal. He died in 1227 while campaigning in the western Xia. According to legend, he broke his leg while falling off a horse and refused to let anyone, not even his wife, near him until he died. It's unclear exactly how he broke his leg, but there are a few stories that may explain how it happened. One says that he was trying to save a woman who had fallen into a vat of butter. Another says that he was trying to cover his rear as his soldiers were fleeing from an attack by the western Xia. And yet another says that he simply fell while trying to mount a horse. Regardless of how it happened, he was buried in a tomb in Mongolia, the location of which is still unknown. But the legacy of Genghis Khan lives on in the modern nation of Mongolia and even in his enemies' homelands. Do you know any obscure history facts? Share them in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching.